Hi, it's Stacey McLean here. I just wanted to bring you this quick video just about disappointment and how you can turn disappointment into joy. When I was a little girl, I always wanted a doll. I had paper dolls that you kind of cut out and you dressed up with little paper outfits, and I had what was called a Daisy doll, which was kind of like a Barbie, and I had these type of dolls, but what I really wanted was like a baby doll, a kind of doll that was about the size of a little baby, and I really wanted her to have like long, beautiful, luscious hair that I could brush and that I could put up into different styles, and I could plait it and put ribbons in it. That was what I really wanted, and I know it was for a number of years I kept asking for this doll, that I really wanted this doll for Christmas. And one particular Christmas, I came downstairs and I saw my presents under the tree, and we're allowed to open them up. And there was a box there, a little rectangular box, and I ripped it open, and there in the box was this beautiful doll. And she was just the right size that I wanted, and she had her hair up in pigtails, and she had this beautiful brown hair cascading down onto her shoulders and down her arms. And I was so excited. I thought, finally I've got this doll that I've always wanted, and I'm going to be able to play with her and do all this cool stuff with her hair. So I ripped open the box and took her out and was looking at her, and then I turned her around and I saw that what I thought was long hair and ponytails was just these little ponytails for her hair, but at the back it was all short. The hair was all short. There wasn't actually any hair at all at the back of her head. It was only because you looked at her from the front and she looked like she had this beautiful hair, but when you turned her around, she didn't. So even when you took the pigtails out, the hair just kind of hung on both sides of her head, and it was not at all what I wanted. And I remember feeling that crushed disappointment as a young child, that disappointment of wanting something so badly, finally opening the box and seeing this amazing doll in there that I thought all my dreams had come true, and then that disappointment when I realized it wasn't actually what I wanted. Now in that moment, a couple of things would have happened. You know, I could have just discarded that doll and said it's not what I want, and leave it and go on to something else, and just never having that dream realized of having the doll that I wanted. Or the other thing is, what I actually did was I did start playing with her. I found other ways to play with her. I did find ways to do her hair. It wasn't quite what I wanted, but I still had some amazing times playing with that doll. You know, sometimes life's our expectations are met in different ways. Sometimes they're met as we expect them to, sometimes they are met beyond our expectations, and sometimes they aren't met at all, and that can be really disappointing. But what I know is that with the right attitude, you can make joy out of anything, and God will always turn your disappointments into joy if you hand it over to Him and let Him work within the situation. So next time you're facing disappointment, can you just remember that, you know, that God is there with you, and God can turn your disappointment into joy. And with the right attitude and looking for the good in the situation, it can have a great outcome. So until next time, live your life with hope, freedom, and joy.